So are you wondering what the long-term goals are for freelance writer? Let's dive right into it. There's going to be a couple of different things that you're doing as a freelance writer, okay? Because I've been freelancing for over a decade right now. And so I've been doing a lot of different things and I'll share that as well. But if you're brand new, you're probably thinking like, geez, what am I going to do in the long run? I don't want you to dive down into like how many clients I need, how much money you need in a month, all that stuff. These long-term goals are your direction of what you want to be. Okay, why do you want to be a freelance writer? What's the reason behind all of that? So we're going to dive deep into that so that you can create those long-term freelance writing goals of yours, okay? The first group of people that I think you might be are the moonlighters, the ones that are doing this as a side hustle with their full-time job. So if you work a standard 9-to-5 or whatever it is, a full-time job or even a part-time job, and you're doing freelancing on the side, what will your long-term goals be? One long-term goal that many people create is the ability to replace their job with their freelance income. That could be the big long-term goal, that eventually I want to be able to do this, my freelancing full time, and be able to quit my job. So that's something that a lot of people aspire to. Comment down below if that's one of you, if you want to quit your full-time job to freelance full-time. Now, in order to fulfill this kind of long-term goal, you're going to have to do a couple of things. You're, of course, going to have to pick up a few clients, but at the same time, you're going to have to increase that rate so that you are getting paid more for the type of work that you're doing. And that also equates to having better types of clients over the long term. Now, in the beginning, you might have this, startups and someone that just wants one piece of copy, like a landing page or one blog post, and that's it. You're going to have to transition those clients into more profitable ones. And that does take time. That does take messaging. That does take marketing. That does take a little bit of a strategy to get the right type of clients. Now, for me, on my journey, it did take me a while to find my ideal client avatar. Let's say I had to play around with different titles. I had to play around with different types of clients. I was working for clients who created email opt-in forms. Then I was writing for clients that created landing pages. And then I was writing for clients that had WordPress plugins or talked about WordPress plugins. I had clients in all different types of businesses, and I didn't realize that that was software as a service. I didn't use that term. I just used native brands. I used digital marketing brands. That's what I was using. So it took me a while to figure that title. But once I got all my ducks in a row, I was able to, go from my beginner rates of, I think, around 10 cents a word all the way up to my current rate which is between 30 and 40 for some clients and 50 and 60 for other clients, because I do have different types of clients. That is how I would approach this, is building up your client base when you're moonlighting so that you can find that time, like this is a time where I can quit my job. And so the next stint is someone that's like me that just wants to build up their freelance business. So you want to grow your income, add new skills, see what else is out there, and be able to have enough freelance income or clients so that you can have the freedom to do what you want. This is what I have created with my life as a freelancer and the long-term goals that I've put in place with this. I set out to increase my rate, and I set out to find better clients. I was also networking with other freelancers, with editors, with content marketers, and all of that came together so that I could find the right client and charge the right premium rates for my content. And on top of all that, I was also increasing my skill set. Okay, so if you want to be that type of writer where you may have began with, on Upwork, or you've picked a couple of clients from LinkedIn and it's not going anywhere, you need to create a plan. I want you to sit down and create a plan. I do have a free business planner that you can use. Make sure to download that. If you just go to my blog and then you can search a free business planner, you'll come to this page or a blog post talking about it. And this is where you can add your name and email and get a copy of this business planner to help you figure out your ideal client, your marketing efforts, and your niche. All right, so make sure you grab that. But that's sort of the path that you want to take so that you maybe want to transition from being a freelance writer to a copywriter, or maybe you want to dive deep into one type of industry like software as a service business. For me, I'm learning that I love writing for creators. So now I'm trying to seek out businesses that speak to creators as a software as a service product. So you see, even after a decade of doing this, I'm still refining my writing niche. I'm still refining my client avatar because I do want to continue this path as a freelancer. So when you are creating those long-term goals as a freelance writer, then what you need to do is find that path that you want to stick to, or you can try and dabble in both. That's what I did. Grow your client base and the industry that you want to target, as well as your skill base, and then maybe term yourself as a copywriter or focus more on B2B or B2C. Right? You have lots of options within the freelancing industry to pick and choose and pivot to. And with each of those steps, you are raising your rates because you are gathering more information. You are becoming more skillful in your writing service. All right. So think about that. And then the other type of person that you might be is someone that's wanting to diversify their income. And freelancing is just a part of that path to becoming a content creator, for example. This is also another long-term goal of mine that I've been working on as well. So if you don't already know, I do own other niche websites. My other big brand is twinsmommy.com, where I help moms that are bloggers. They want to be a mompreneur or grow their income online as a mom. And so I have demonstrated that as well by creating my own digital products. And so what's nicely with this way of diversifying your income is that it does show proof and expertise for my freelancing side of business. It just fits so nicely because I do have clients in software as a service, and so they appreciate or understand digital products. And so it sort of looks like, okay, well, she's the expert. Now, if I was a travel writer and I had digital products, it doesn't really work that way. But if you don't want to use that part of your business for attracting freelancing clients, then don't worry about that. If you're a travel writer or a lifestyle writer, for example, then you can still create diversifiable income streams. Writing ebooks, for example, is a nice viable product that you can create. Courses as well, they can be written or video based. All right, you can grow on social media, figure out about affiliate marketing, sponsorship, things like that. There's a world out there for creators that you can tap into as a freelancer, and that could be your long-term goal. You can start out as a freelancer, get paid for that service. That's the quickest way online, by far the number one way to make livable income quicker than any other method out there. You can start that path, get some income, and then dabble into, I'm going to write my own ebook now, and I'm going to grow my TikTok, and I'm going to get on Instagram live every day to market my upcoming ebook. It's things like that where you can start diversifying your time and your skills, right? So once you have enough client work, you have some free time, that long-term goal of yours will come into fruition because you're going to set that path. Right? For some people, some other long-term goals might be to be able to write faster, right? That could be an actual long-term goal. And even though I didn't specifically tell myself I wanted that, because of my path of doing what I've been doing, I have become a faster writer, I've noticed. And it's not just because I'm using AI to help me. I am actually producing thoughts faster, writing sentences faster. I'm not editing a lot of my first draft as much because I'm able to write out my thoughts that I have in my head in a coherent manner that makes sense. Writing has now become this way for me so that it is easier to write. I am faster at writing now. So that could be a long-term goal of yours, of where you practice your writing. You write every day, create content every single day, create a blog post, a Medium post, an email, your client piece, an Instagram post, all of this stuff. If you create content over time, you'll become faster. Or you might want to stick to the agency aspect of it. Right? That's another thing that a lot of writers might find interesting. I mean, I know writers who've turned into content strategists because they started a writing agency, built up their writing agency to, 20 writers, 50 writers, 100 writers, and, managed all of these pieces in that business, having to hire out a lot as well, right? Because your team is growing and growing and growing. So that could be one aspect of your goal that maybe that's how you want to view your freelancing. You don't care about growing your brand. You don't care about that. You just want to grow enough clients and then hire other writers and build that small content agency. That could be a long-term goal. I would be hesitant just a little bit about that just because of AI. You need to see where AI is fallen in the world of content creation and for businesses. 2024 is seeing a lot of businesses turn away from AI and hire actual expert writers. I've been seeing a lot of that. So if you want to build up a team, then you're going to have to sort of market it in a way so that the businesses that are hiring, you know that you're hiring writers and those writers aren't using AI if the clients don't want you to use AI kind of thing. There's a lot of things in that, but that could be one of your long-term goals. Let me know in the comments below if that is sort of your long-term goal of starting a content agency. And then I think a common long-term goal for all of us, besides being a proficient writer, is to get paid for the type of work that you want to get paid for, that clients know your value. Right? That's a huge thing that I have developed over the years of my freelance business, is to show potential clients my true value as a writer. You need to realize that you don't come in there as a writer. You come in there with experience, with industry knowledge. You can come in there as a marketer if you want. A lot of freelancers turn to marketing and learn about marketing to help other businesses with their marketing strategy. So there's lots of ways to show your value. But with me, I don't come in as a marketer, but I have marketing experience. I have 2 YouTube channels. I have 2 email lists. I have several blogs. I have experience in digital marketing that I come in as an expert or a thought leader, right? And so that commands higher rates and it solidifies my brand. So, besides diversifying my income, like I said, besides growing my freelance business, I'm also growing my brand online. Ultimately, that's what I want. I want to be known for as a writer, as a blogger, as a content creator sort of thing. That trifecta of words in a way. I think most people know me as a freelancer and a blogger, and that's fine. I want that brand, and I'm going to build that brand over the next 10 years, if I can, of course, right? Things change constantly and I'm not getting any younger kind of thing. I think I've touched upon a lot of different long-term goals with the type of writer that you are. If you're moonlighting, if you want to just stick with freelancing, if you want to diversify your income, or you want to start an agency, or you just want to increase your writing or increase your value. Those are all great long-term goals. Let me know in the comments below what your long-term goal is as a freelance writer, and we can hash it out. And if you want to know a little bit about my strategy to gain clients, since I've talked about my journey on this video, go ahead and check out this video where I do tell you how I am landing client work in 2024. All right. And don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in that video. All right.